we're gonna do now, we're gonna drive to the Dead Sea. We're gonna have lunch at the place we call it Qumran.
Qumran. The Dead
Qumran,
Sea.
it's gonna be hot. Temperature maybe 40, 45 degrees. So
40,
will be
45.
very hot down there. We're gonna go straight for lunch. And lunch would be like a buffet. Or whatever you want to eat. They have salad, they have soup, they have everything. And after lunch, we'll give timing there when we reach there. Now, the Dead Sea area, it's famous with something that we call it the Dead Sea product. But when we go to the Dead Sea, to the Qumran to have lunch, we're gonna be passing through a shop. Now, those who would love to buy things there, the Dead Sea product, you can. But for me, I prefer to wait till Jericho. Why Jericho? Because this is not the original road that Jesus took. There's another road, it's called Roman Road, but this road has been opened by the Jordanian period, but actually no more people they pass the Roman Road because it's really narrow. We used to pass it in the 90s. It's a very narrow road that it take us down to Jericho. Jesus spent time in Jericho. He met Zacchaeus. He was able to get the blind man in Jericho. Many things that we're gonna talk. He was tempted by the devil in Jericho. So all these things we're gonna talk about it. But our drive now, it will show us the beauty of the desert. Now you can see some trees, but a little bit further more down, we will be seeing a lot of desert, mountains. We're gonna see Bedouin.
More on desert. Kasi we're on our way to the Dead Sea.
Muslim majority.
Yun
We
yung
don't
way
have
ng
Christian.
lunch namin.
Bedouin, they live in the
past
desert,
one.
they live in tents.
It's
They
1:12
have their
p.m.
own life,
our
tradition,
time.
and how they
6:12
live
p.m.
with
your
people.
time.
Because if any guest
Desierto now.
enters the house of any Bedouin, they will put coffee for him as a welcome drink for them. It's the coffee. They grind it and they make it. If he is not accepted, the visitor on the house of the Bedouin, they will fill up the cup till the top. It means you are not wanted in that house. So you would leave, you won't drink that cup of coffee. But if he is wanted in that house, they will put a little coffee inside and he will inside the cup and he will drink it, and then they are not allowed to ask him any questions for over 3 days. They will just feed him, take care of him, give him coffee, respect him as in the house, and then of course they will later on would know what they want or what he wants from this tribe. This is a settlement on top on the right. It's a very old settlement, more than 40 years old. A Jewish people, it's a city. You can see it's a green side here with the tree, with the grass, with everything. We have rain, but for a limit here. It doesn't have rain. It doesn't rain here a lot like Jerusalem because we go down for the elevation. Rain, it falls sideways on that section, on that side, on the right side, and of course as long as we drive south more, it will be very nice. And a little bit you will be seeing those Bedouin who lives in the desert. It's a hard life like that because he's used to be in the heat and with the desert itself. Now many things happen in this road. Mainly we will see, we will talk about it. Because things have changed, we will talk about the Good Samaritan and we will see the what they call it, the sea level. You're gonna see camels. People they depend on camels because it's desert. Camel can stay without food and water for 40 days. He can bear the heat. He can live in the heat itself. Actually, because this is how they get used to it. To stay here in that wilderness. But still, we are at the edge. I told you when we were at the shepherd field, As long as we drive south more, we will be reaching the desert. And this is what I mean about to drive south furthermore, which it will take us this road straight to the border or south to the Red Sea, to Eilat and the border between Israel and Egypt. It's the only way that it will take people to the Dead Sea and they come up from Dead Sea to Jerusalem.
Jericho, Dead Sea. King Hussein, border crossing. Mami, mas malaki po kasi yung salamin. Ayan. Basahan. Mamaya yung mga Bedouin.
The animals, the Bedouin, because Muslims usually they are allowed to marry 4 women. They can marry 4 women. Each one would have her own place or house. They are very generous people. They are well educated, some of them. Now, they can go to university, some of them are engineers, some of them are doctors. So it doesn't mean that if they live in the desert that they are not
Sorry,
well educated. No, they are well
Nahirapan ako.
educated. Some of them, their kids, they try hard to live a proper life. But, you know, their major life is as a Bedouin. He would stay as a Bedouin to live in a tent and to start a new family, new life with him. Now look at the desert. We will be passing by a passageway now ahead of us. As we call it the Good Samaritan Inn. It's the parable that was said by Jesus to love your neighbor as yourself, or to love your enemy as yourself. The story that there was a Samaritan, he was traditionally, they say he stayed on this side here, on the right side, is the Good Samaritan Inn, and he gave him shelter for 3 days. It's just only a parable, but they estimated the distance to be here in the middle between Jerusalem and Jericho itself. So we are in the middle of the way between Jericho and Jerusalem. Here beside the Good Samaritan Inn. Look at the lines on the mountain area or these slopes of those mountains, because goats and sheep and animals, they walk sideways. They walk sideways, they don't climb up to the mountain. Look, it's like somebody is drawing those
Yes.
beautiful mountain area. Of course, in summertime there are snakes, there are scorpions, but this is normal for those people. Now
Those
they
are-
have facilities, they have cars, they have cellular phones, they can go, they can drive to bring water, food. Long time ago it was hard to live. Women has to walk a distance to bring water and food for the house. Of course they don't need the meat because they have the cattle, the animals like goats and sheep. Each goat, it can really, it's very expensive. It can reach about $300 to $400 per one goat. That's why those people, they are wealthy not by money, not by fancy houses. They are wealthy by the animals that they have. Now if a Bedouin marry, or he wants to marry a woman from another Bedouin tribe, which is supposed to be from a Bedouin tribe, actually they don't pay dowry, they don't pay money, they only pay camels or sheep or goats. So I wonder how the husbands, how much they pay for you guys. 10 camels or 10?
Nothing like that in the Philippines.
Oh.
There's no dowry. We just expect, good relationship
That's
and that
it.
you take care of them
Oh.
properly. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a cheap wedding.
Yeah.
So you should bring your husband here to make him a Bedouin so you can pay 10 camels, 10 cows, 10
headache.
If the wife, or the husband who wants to get married, he is not allowed to see the woman. It means it's not like us. We sit together, we go, we do engagement and blah blah blah, all these things. No, they don't do that. But what happened is he doesn't see the face of the bride until the day of the wedding. And that's why these deserts are made for those men
Who choose
go
the
crazy
parents?
running if the wife is ugly.
The parents chooses the...
Yeah, the wife.
And the wife choose?
Yeah, the wife, his mother. Yeah,
The mother
yeah,
side.
because women are not supposed to be exposed to men.
And she pays dowry.
He pay, not she.
But the mom's mom choose.
Yeah.
And yet the husband's parents pays.
The parents of the groom
Has to pay.
for the bride.
Okay, for the bride.
You know why they pay her?
Why?
Because if she divorces in the future, at least she can survive. She can live. Because the moment that she would be married and she would be divorced, she's gonna live by herself. She's not gonna come back to her parents' house like us.
If he finds her ugly, can he run away?
Yeah, if she's ugly, yes, of course.
That's why you pay first, return later. No return, no refund, no exchange. Ah,
They
mommy.
don't have to take 1 second free.
No warranty.
No warranty.
Puro desierto, ma. Mom, I'm taking a video for you.
Moses never entered the land of Canaan. This is the land of Canaan. And of course, they
No, he
built a
never made
monument.
it here.
Yeah. No, he's not buried here, but it's a monument. But it was long time ago. Most of the Muslims, they used to come for 1 day journey from the Dome of the Rock area all the way walking
Lahat tulog.
until they reach here. It's 1 day journey, once a year they do it. We are minus 150 now. Now you can see that barren land in front of you. Yeah, you will enjoy the Dead Sea. This was all covered with water of the Dead Sea. But it's
Wow.
getting shrinking. Now you see the Dead Sea is right there on the right side, blue color. It has oil on the surface. This is where we're gonna have a dip. And later on we will talk about
Meron na.
instruction. I know some of you are tired now, hungry. Before we reach there, I will be giving you instruction. But this place is one of the most important places of the Dead Sea. It's the Dead Sea itself. It's a healing water because of the minerals that it has.
Healing water.
Yes, and because people they have problems in the skin,
Yes. My arms are
Yeah.
aching right now.
it will heal because the water is a little bit warm because it's summertime, even in winter time. People they can come here, they can swim a little bit or dip in the Dead Sea because, as I said, minerals. It has nothing chemical inside it. That's why when we go to Jericho, and if nobody wants to buy from here the Dead Sea product, we will go to Jericho. We will enter a place that they have magnet. They pass it on the hand or the skin. It removes all the mud. You don't need to wash your body with the water. But of course, mud is really minerals. It's good to the body. Many people, especially in Tel Aviv, there are some hotels or the Dead Sea actually. They have many hotels. They have on the top of the roof of the hotel, they have a pool from the Dead Sea. people, they get treatment from the water. of
Is
the
it-
Dead Sea. Yes.
Is it free to get those minerals from the Dead Sea? That's why it's shrinking the water.
No.
Because we have people in Philippines selling those
Yeah, there is.
minerals.
Yeah. They buy it from here and they add the price there. We know it's worldwide. We know that so. But you are coming to the source. This is the source of the everything. Jericho has fruits, vegetables, dates, and all that sea. So those Jews, they are like priests or rabbis who stayed and took care of the area of the temple. So they started to build up the city. They called it Qumran because it's two moon. One rise in the sky, the other reflect on the water of the Dead Sea. What happened is they came, they settled here, they built up a city for them. They started to write the scrolls. The scrolls, they talk about the books of Isaiah, about they were able to write down their practice, what they do, how they pray. Of course, they call it Qumran. It comes from two moons, Qamaran. They depend on the Luna for their timing of prayer. And when the Romans knew that those people, they were in the Dead Sea, hiding, they came, they wanted to attack them. Those Jewish people, they took those scrolls, they hide them beside jars, and they took those jars into the wilderness, into the mountain. They stayed there until a shepherd boy in 1947, he was able to find one of those caves. And those caves, of course, we will see one of them. It is cave number 4. He found that one of his goats are missing. So he went behind it and he found that there's a cave. He took a stone, he threw it inside the cave, and he heard something breaking. So he did not find the goat. He went back to his family and they told him that we'll see that cave. They went to the cave, they've hidden, but they did not understand what are those. They used them some for making sandals or bags, unfortunately. And finally, the family
Kanina nakalagay
from Bethlehem,
negative
they are the
300
one
na yung
who set
elevation
up or buy
natin. Below
both
sea level.
this kind of jars from those Bedouin people until the Ministry of Antiquities Israel. They knew that there's something has been founded, so they
Hazy.
started to dig and search,
Medyo malabo.
and they found really a large number of caves with scrolls, all hidden in the mountain area of the Dead Sea. When we reach now, we're getting closer. We'll go for lunch straight because everybody is weak.
Masada. Elat.
We'll eat lunch. I want you to stay with me because I need to get you there by one group. I give you 2 papers actually. One is you don't pay your lunch, it's already prepaid. Unless if you want to drink something, you pay for your drinks. It's prepaid by the office. The second one, it's a coupon that it gives you 5% discount on any items you purchase from that place. But it depends on you, whatever you want. When we go to lunch, I will give you a time, at least we'll give 1 hour. When you are ready before 1 hour, I'll be leaving with you because before we leave, we need you to visit the museum and to visit I don't want to take you now to the visit and then go back. Unless if you are willing to walk with me 15 minutes. But I know everybody is tired. So we'll leave it.
This one on the right are dates.
Yes, dates. October is the time for the new harvest of the dates. Don't buy dates here. The dates that they have it here is not the dates as the same as you have tasted in Jericho. It's always good.
Kalya. Tumera.
it's almost 1:30. By the
Kumeran,
time we go
kumeran.
in, you eat and I
Kumeran.
give you the papers. Let's say 2:30. If you finish before, I will show you where I will wait for you, so we can proceed and take you to the edit of the Dead Sea. If you don't want to buy anything, it's up to you. But I will give 1 hour and you decide. If everybody's ready before 1 hour, I will eat. We'll eat lunch and then we'll visit the site.
Okay.
Okay? That's why I want everybody
You
to stay with me.
you will get some response when after eating. The energy is a bit low.
Yeah, well, I know. So that's how we're gonna eat. Because energy is not really low.
It's like dead sea. Nandito kami sa Qumran. We're about to have our lunch near at the Dead Sea. Siyempre, nagbibenta sila ng mga edit-edit. Okay.
You pay your lunch.
Okay. Thank you. Can I have one? I'll hold
You
it.
don't pay your lunch.
I have it, Mommy.
Can you give?
Mommy, get one plate. Kahawa ka ng plate, Ma. One more. I'll just use one for me and Mom.
No, you need one.
You have two.
Okay.
No, I already have. Thank you. Okay, Mom. Eto, dito ko itatago, ha? So, okay, dalawa tayo. So, dito sunod ka sa akin. Apparently, this is buffet. Sige, hawakan mo muna. Dalawang tinidor, Mama, kailangan mo ng kutsara din. Dalawang tinidor, dalawang knife, dalawang kutsara. Okay. Mami, wala tayong paghahawakan eh. Patong mo natin lahat dito.
Ganun. Baka may masira,
Kasi-
baka may mawala ang upon ka.
Yan lang. Okay. Hindi, may nandyan na coupon yun. Okay, yun ang style namin ni Mama kasi nga. Dalawang plato. Plastic lang.
Is water free? Hindi.
Oh, I don't know.
Kasama yun. Ang drinks lang na wala.
Father, yung water ba? Hindi.
Yung water daw.
Okay.
May bayad po lahat ng dito. Apo, okay na naman po magbayad.
Okay.
Apo, ako sa una. Uy! Ito na! Yung shawarma ko. Oh, ang bango, guys. Kung naaamoy nyo lang. Ito, at least. Bawal daw magbukas. Bawal daw magbukas. Anyway, ang sarap ng shawarma. Ang init din. Hindi ka kakain o mamaya na? Papa, voucher. Ako, Mami, ang una. Start. I mean, eat all you can, pero ito yung favorite niya, malamang.
Ano yung favorite?
Potato salad. So I got chicken just so we get to try. And then ayun na yung Dead Sea. Okay, so we're so near. We're just, thank you. Okay, just a moment.
like the scroll. You entered the tomb of David, right? You saw the scroll, how it was really open. That's it. They put it inside. It's writings in Jewish language, but it's the we call it the books of Isaiah. And they practice how the people of these Assyrians, they lived here and what they practiced.
Ayan yung replica ng scroll kung saan nakita yung ritual bath. Okay, parang Kuwait. Desierto talaga. May time na may desierto talaga yung napuntahan namin. Tapos, sabi ko, pwede ka magluto ng itlog dito. Try natin. Kasi nga, mga bata pa kami, nilabas namin yung kawali. Hinulugan namin ng itlog. Tapos sabi nito, init. Talagang, walang mantika yun, ha?
Literal.
Oh, look at that. Cave kung sa cave. Wow. Init. $60,000 pieces ang nakita daw.
The skin of the animal is destroyed by the time. We have things, nature, rain, cold, hot. Look at the weather now. Even if it is in the caves, but still it affect or it will be affected by the nature itself. Now those caves have been searched. There's a lot of people they can walk up hiking, but it's dangerous. They have to take permission from the government. This we call it cave number 3. If I look down like this, I can see a lot of caves have been. If you go to the Israel Museum, actually it will be really full with Dead Sea Scrolls. They are all original. They don't allow photos. They don't allow pictures because the flash it will reflect. It will affect. Now the Dead Sea Scrolls, they were written on the skin of an animal. That's why when he threw the stone at the end of the movie, you saw him. Probably he broke something because he heard something breaking. This shepherd, he thought that one of his goats is inside the cave.
The Dead Sea's
That's why he
here.
went around to search for it. He couldn't find it, so he took his son and threw it inside the cave. He heard something breaking, went down. They found a lot of Dead Sea Scrolls. What they did, some they are used by them by sandals. That's why it's called the humble sandals. Bags. They did it because it's skin. It's a skin of animal. It's not a paper or papyrus or what. Understand? A man from Bethlehem, a family that they are very wealthy, very rich till now. They bought from those Bedouin people the scrolls, the jars. They have one jar actually, and then in 1948 Israel knew. That's why they are wealthy people. They were poor people. And those Bedouin who lives in the desert, they are the one who bought, who sell those with the cheap prices. They did not understand what they want. Those Assyrians, when they came here, they built up their city. This is their city. Right there, they found an oven. This rounded part there. You will see. I will tell you. The guide will reach that rounded part. We're gonna exit from there. It's an oven to make clays. They have library there. They have a place where they keep the jars. So the Romans, when they heard about those people that they are hiding in the wilderness, they said we should go and kill them. They attacked them here. Romans, they wanted to kill all the Jews. It extended until Masada. Masada, the Jews, under the leadership of a Jewish man, he knew that at the end, finally, after they led siege over Masada for 3 years, he said the Romans are coming. We should find a solution. They gathered all the Jews in a room to kill the 450, and then they chose one person to kill the 9, and then at the end they killed himself. That's why the Jews, they go to Masada because they say We rather kill ourselves rather than surrender our souls to the these slaves for dignity. And that's it. That's why the Jews, they go a lot to Masada. Because of that. They go, they pray there, they spend time. But it's all the winds like this. Those people, they depend very much on the water. That's why you see the white color coming down. If we have rain in summertime, we have floods. The flood can carry the pebbles, the rocks, the stones, mud, whatever. It will throw it inside the Dead Sea. Even it can carry the water, a bus, like our bus.
Okay. Kikintab naman ng mga bato na to.
Tignan mo pa yung mga bato-bato nila.
Di ba, no?
Kasi nandiyan yun, nilagay dyan.
They have openings. Look at the size of it, it's big. Also another water system there. It means the number of those people, they were large numbers. That wasn't only 10, 20. This is the factory where they used to gather here.
Refectory. Pottery storeroom. Kitchen.
When they collect the dates, they bring it here. They put it on the floor. You can see pebbles. They step on it. They squeeze it by their feet. You can see the picture. They can get the juice out of the dates. It's a hard work.
Cistern. Are they excavating or is this natural?
Oh my God.
That's natural?
Natural, pagka umulan, nagkakakurti.
Di ba?
Siyempre, naglalandslide eh.
Work area. Yung may mga bato na ano, yun yung para sa dates. Okay. Desert kung sa desert. OMG. All right.
Sabi ko mga bulag na tayo ngayon.
The side of that mountain.
Cave number 4.
So when we have floods, it doesn't cover the cave itself.
Yun nga yung
So
nasa
this is the
taas.
cave where they found 60,000 pieces. It's in front of you. It's the largest cave here in the Dead Sea.
Ah,
This is where
ano
they
ba
found
ituturo?
it's called, the shepherd used to walk from the top of that hill.
Basta
All the
nandun.
way, it was one mountain. But Israel separated that mountain
Grabe na.
so they can.
I mean, you really have to climb up and live in those places. How about food?
Dates.
So they pick them up as they walk in the desert.
So we'll take photos. We're gonna go backward like this.
You walk there?
Jordan is there.
Yeah, that's already Jordan on the other side.
Jordan.
No walking. Just we enjoy. But after we have a desert, let's see.
So no walking.
No walking. That's it. This is the last place you walk. You will enjoy the You can taste the dates, pre-taste, and everything.
Okay, so I guess. Oh my gosh. There goes the cave. Ito pala siya. Ang lamig siguro doon. Ayun din eh, sa taas. Daming cave. Yung mga Bedouins nga raw ang nakakita. Discovered this cave in August of 1952. 14,000 fragments of scrolls were unearthed as they sifted through the dust within. Archaeologists who reached the cave later uncovered an additional 1,000 fragments. Scholars believe that a Roman soldier who entered a cave in 68 Centauri, the scrolls intentionally end that latter. Ravages by animals and climate inflicted further damage. As research proceeded, the fragment of these scrolls were pieced together to produce 530 different scrolls. Ano na nakasulat? Of the scrolls was completed in 2001. Storage, jars, and a scroll. Alright, it's really hot. Okay, there it is. Jordan on the other side. And we are on the other side. Pinagigitnaan ng Dead Sea. Okay. Kamusta naman ang ano? Init. Reservoir. Dito, I guess, ang mga tubig ulan in case umulan. Or I don't know, hagdanan eh. Ayan. And more. Ito yung mga ritual bath. Ano yan, pugon? Ha? Okay, alam ko bawal na. Sandali na lang. Alam mo nakalagay dito, cemetery. Cemetery pala to. So, pag natsugi ka, I guess dyan ka. Ayan. Alright. Let's go. Init. Init pala ng phone. Gosh, kasi mainit. Lahat na may mga fence, bawal. Border daw ng Israelians. Mine.
Mines, it means explosive.
Ito may mga explosives.
So you see here, churches are built, all Greek Orthodox churches. See a lot of buses.
Ginawa yung
No, it's all Israel here. Jordan is ahead of us. That church ahead of us with the golden dome, it's Jordan side. They call it the Church of Bethany. Yes. You can see the Jordanian flag on the other side. What's what?
So dito talaga naglulubog sila yung mga ibang lahi. Ano? Bakit stagnant ang water kaya, Father?
We're gonna go down. We'll find a shady area.